What if world governments already have secret plans for a zombie outbreak in 2026? Could these strategies be our hidden safety net, or a sign they expect something catastrophic? Waking up to a silent warning, knowing global agencies are silently preparing for the unimaginable. Are we ready? What if I told you that zombie outbreak plans aren't just Hollywood fantasy? That government agencies around the world have actually been plotting responses to these undead scenarios. Sounds crazy, right? But those plans serve a deeper purpose, a disguised way to train for any fast-breaking biological disaster. Zombie outbreaks act as a gripping story to test how we'd handle chaos, how hospitals, military and governments would scramble, communicate and protect people when normal rules break down. It's about preparing for the unpredictable and the unimaginable, using zombies as a stand-in for real threats like pandemics, bioterror attacks, or social collapse. So, while the undead may not roam the streets tomorrow, the lessons hidden inside these plans might just save us when the next crisis hits. Back in the early 2010s, the idea of zombie outbreak plans went from joke to serious training tool. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention kicked off a public campaign using zombie scenarios to grab attention, making emergency readiness less boring and more memorable. Around the same time, the military dove in with secret plans, turning these undead nightmares into training exercises for real crises. Why zombies? Because they are unpredictable, fast-spreading and terrifying, perfect for testing how governments handle chaos that spirals beyond control. These plans aren't about zombies devouring brains. They're about preparing for anything that spreads fast and causes mass panic, whether that's a virus, bioweapon, or social breakdown. It's creativity meeting necessity in the world of disaster preparedness. One of the most intriguing bits of government zombie law is COMPLAN 8888. Created in 2011, this isn't a horror movie script, but a real military document. It frames a zombie apocalypse as the ultimate training scenario to sharpen response skills. The plan breaks down an outbreak into phases, from early detection all the way to eradication and recovery, just like any serious biological threat. What's clever is that it uses zombies to supercharge engagement while testing real strategies. How to quarantine outbreaks, allocate scarce resources, and keep communication lines open amid chaos. While it sounds like fiction, the strategies in COMPLAN 8888 could save lives when dealing with actual fast-moving disasters. Zombie outbreak preparations aren't just the military playing a game, they involve an entire network of agencies working together. The CDC leads the charge on health monitoring and public alerts, analyzing infection patterns and guiding medical responses. Homeland Security runs the show on emergency coordination, setting evacuation routes and communication plans. The military stands ready for containment and tactical support, enforcing quarantines and protecting citizens if things spiral. Local governments, first responders, and disaster relief teams all jump in, each with a defined role. This powerhouse collaboration means no one gets caught flat-footed, whether dealing with a zombie scenario or the next real-world crisis that spreads as fast and unpredictably as the undead. Zombie outbreak plans aren't just entertainment or hype, they're a pressure cooker for serious problem solving. By pushing officials into a chaotic, high-stakes story, these drills reveal cracks in communication, resource shortages, and how panic might spread alongside infection. It's one thing to plan for earthquakes or storms, but zombies symbolize the worst-case wildfire of disruption, society collapsing, fear spreading, and normal systems failing. These crazy scenarios force teams to practice tough decisions. Who gets saved first? How to calm terrified crowds, and how to avoid the breakdown of order. The endgame, sharpened readiness that translates to better management of real pandemics, bioterror attacks, or anything that threatens public safety on a massive scale. How would governments spot the first signs of a zombie outbreak? It wouldn't be with shouts of zombies incoming, but through sharp surveillance and rapid detection systems. Agencies monitor unusual disease patterns, strange hospital visits, or sudden spikes in neurological illnesses. Advanced diagnostics and data sharing between hospitals and public health labs form a crucial early warning net. Satellites, drones, and AI-driven analytics track movement patterns that could signal mass infection or chaos. This system aims to catch the outbreak before it spreads like wildfire. So, zombie or not, these tools are vital for spotting fast-moving threats and triggering emergency responses long before panic runs wild. When news breaks that zombies or any threat is on the loose, chaos can erupt. That's why governments have layered communication plans designed to deliver clear, calm warnings to everyone. Emergency alerts would blast through TV, radio, smartphones, and social media, cutting through noise and confusion. Authorities practice messaging that avoids sparking mass hysteria, instead giving actionable instructions: where to shelter, what not to do, and how to stay safe. Behind the scenes, agencies coordinate to share updates securely and quickly. The goal? Keep people informed, reduce panic, and maintain trust even when the unimaginable is unfolding all around. Imagine hospitals running out of bandages or food supplies vanishing during an outbreak. Disaster accelerates fast without backups. Governments maintain stockpiles, mountains of medical kits, vaccines, body bags, and protective gear, ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Food caches and clean water reserves back up communities in quarantine. And yes, weapons and tactical gear are stored for military and law enforcement stepping in to contain chaos. This arsenal ensures that when a zombie or any biological crisis hits, responders aren't scrambling for basics. The difference between order and total breakdown often boils down to what's waiting in warehouses before the storm hits. When a zombie outbreak kicks off, who takes point? Emergency responders like EMTs and firefighters act fast, treating the sick and rescuing survivors. Specialized units, sometimes called zombie response teams, train in containment tactics, securing quarantine zones, managing infected populations, and handling high-risk evacuations. These teams combine medical experts, military personnel, and law enforcement officers, all working in sync. Their goal isn't just to fight monsters, but to save lives, maintain public order, and prevent contamination. It's a tough job where split-second choices can mean the difference between saving a neighborhood and watching it fall. To keep an outbreak from infecting entire cities, governments design strict quarantine zones, sealed areas where infection runs rampant, but cannot spread outside. These zones have checkpoints, armed guards, and controlled access to prevent zombies or infected humans from walking free. Evacuation plans focus on moving healthy populations to safe shelters, sometimes via buses or military convoys. But evacuation isn't simple. Roads may clog, people panic, and infrastructure might fail. Plans include alternate routes, staged shelters, and priority groups like children and the elderly. Quarantine and evacuation strategies form the backbone of outbreak control, keeping infection contained while buying precious time for response teams. When dealing with a zombie outbreak, technology becomes the frontline hero. Governments use high-tech sensors, drones, and surveillance cameras to track infected individuals and monitor quarantine zones in real time. Advanced biohazard suits keep responders safe, while rapid diagnostic tools detect infection faster than ever. Robots and automated systems can deliver supplies or disinfect areas, reducing human exposure. Even AI algorithms predict outbreak spread, guiding strategic containment efforts. These cutting-edge tools turn what sounds like a horror story into a manageable crisis, boosting speed and safety when every second counts. Public education is a secret weapon in outbreak response. Remember when the CDC launched its viral zombie preparedness campaign years ago? It wasn't just a fun gimmick, it's a clever way to teach people serious emergency skills like stocking supplies, making evacuation plans, and staying calm during chaos. These campaigns use humor and familiar pop culture to embed critical information in public memory. The better people understand what to do, the less likely mass panic or misinformation will fuel the crisis. Prepared citizens become partners in containment, not just bystanders watching a disaster unfold. A zombie outbreak wouldn't respect borders, so global teamwork is crucial. Countries share intelligence, coordinate travel restrictions, and align medical research efforts through platforms like the World Health Organization. Joint military exercises simulate outbreak scenarios to synchronize responses across continents. When one nation detects early signs, alarms ripple worldwide, triggering coordinated action rather than isolated panic. This international collaboration is a real-life firewall against unchecked spread, turning a potential global nightmare into a controlled multilateral challenge with shared resources and information. Even with all the plans and technology, zombie outbreak preparedness isn't foolproof. Unpredictable virus mutations, public distrust, or communication breakdowns can sabotage best efforts. Overcrowding, limited medical resources, and fatigued responders add pressure during extended crises. And let's face it, convincing everyone that zombie drills prepare us for any disaster can be a hard sell, especially when misinformation runs wild. These limitations highlight why ongoing training, transparent updates, and community engagement are vital. Preparedness is a moving target, always adapting, always learning, never perfect but essential. Zombie outbreak plans may seem outlandish, but they shine a light on how future pandemic responses could evolve. The focus on rapid detection, cross-agency coordination, and public cooperation mirrors what's needed for any contagion. These plans inspire innovations in emergency tech, logistics, and communication that push boundaries. They challenge us to think bigger, prepare smarter, and expect the unexpected. Whether the threat is a novel virus, bioweapon, or something stranger, the strategies hidden behind zombie scenarios could become the blueprint for surviving tomorrow's greatest health crises. It's fiction with a very real pulse. Even if the odds of a zombie outbreak are slim, the creativity behind these plans signals something bigger. Our future depends on being nimble, resourceful, and united in the face of twists no one sees coming. Zombie scenarios might sound wild, but they remind us that true readiness means outsmarting both fear and the unknown. The more we train for the impossible, the better we face every challenge, be it viral, biological, or something we haven't dreamed up yet. Preparedness isn't just about surviving monsters, it's about protecting what makes us human. If this scenario had you questioning reality, you're not alone. Whether it's fact or fiction, preparation sparks curiosity, and sometimes a little fear is the best way to get ready. Drop your thoughts below, subscribe for wilder what-ifs, and remember, stay alert, stay smart, and stay human. Thanks for watching.